Jenifer, welcome back to my channel. Today I am working on my OohLaLa Vintage Treasures design team project, and I want to show you where I'm at with some things. In her package she has these envelopes, and they're so fun to work with that I decided to make a journal. Well, I made a journal out of it before, but I'm making a different style journal with it. So let me show you what I did. This is just half of it, and inside you can see there's that fun texture. So this is what I did. I cut it down, and it's basically like half of one side. So I just cut it in half. And on the bottom and top it was open, so I was like, let me just go ahead and cover that. And so I took a piece of some old packaging that I had here, and I covered the outside, and then I wrapped it around. Not perfectly, it's not meant to be perfect, but what the other thing that I want to do is I want to use her pretty fabric. So this gorgeous fabric that she had included here, and that's kind of why I wanted the edge a little bit more finished on that, on the packaging part. And I plan on sewing this on, but first I want to cover the inside. I think I want to cover the inside and kind of make it like a torn edge on purpose. That's why I didn't really care about the corners as much as I normally would. But so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of this, and leave a little bit of a border so I can tear around the edge. And I'm going to tear it pretty close so that it doesn't stick out too much, but just enough. So I think I'm going to do that, and then I'll glue it on. Although when I glued this, you see how I might use Fabri-Tac for that then. So I'll use a little bit of Fabri-Tac, and it won't show through, I don't think, as much as the tacky glue. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to sew. I'm going to sew it around. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the inside, and then I'm going to sew around the whole thing. And then I can attach the fabric, and everything will be ready, and you have that nice sounding crunchy to it. This was from the kit as well. I'll be using this. I'll show you what I was working on before. So what I ended up doing was I created a snippet roll, and I incorporated some old laces from past kits as the base, so that everything would be from OohLaLa Vintage Treasures. And then I took pieces of stuff that was from this kit, like all of these pretty things and the fabric and everything, and I put them on top. Now this is not fully done, but it's close. So what I was thinking is that once I cut the piece, then I can incorporate some really pretty bits to further decorate, depending on what I'm going to use it for. I could use it for maybe the journal wrap, or I can use it for some pages in the journal as like little pockets or belly bands or anything like that. So I did that. Now the snippet rolls are fun, you know, because you can just incorporate like a collage basically of fabrics and textiles and stuff. So I just enjoy making these, especially for a particular project. And yeah, it's one of my go-tos. So I've got that, and we're going to put the pages together. Now if you can hear the ocean, I am at the beach for spring break. We usually come for spring break, and it was really nice yesterday. We went down to the beach and just kind of sat on the beach and dipped our toes in. It's a little chilly, but not too chilly that you can't get in if you really want to. And yeah, so I'm enjoying that time. I do have to do a little bit of work because we're kind of on crunch time for a deadline, but after Tuesday, I shouldn't have to work. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I said earlier, and then I'll be back with the cover done and we can start doing the pages. Hi friends, I decided to go ahead and record this part in case you wanted to see it. I'm using the Fabri-Tac glue here, and I decided to go with that because the Aleene's tacky glue was kind of showing through. So yeah, I decided not to glue the whole thing, just the edges, just to leave it a little poofy. And yeah, so I am cutting off the excess of this packaging, and then I'll be tearing it here in just a second. I'm just making sure the fabric fits well, and then I'm like, should I use Fabri-Tac? No, because it'll probably show through, so I end up using the tacky glue for the fabric. I know that sounds totally backwards, but the tacky glue is a little bit easier to spread and it stays wet just a little bit longer. So it's enough to hold the fabric down until I get to the sewing machine. So this fabric is so pretty, it's almost like a patchwork quilt. So I really love that for the cover. So I didn't line it up very well, so I ended up having to put a little bit more glue. I probably should have ironed the fabric first, but I could run a quick iron over it, I think, later. Hopefully. So I just want to make sure that there's no glue going to come through the fabric. I don't want to see that, and I don't like that, so yeah, just spreading around a little bit with my finger, getting a little messy, and then yeah, we should be able to move on to the next step here. So I'm just doing a little voiceover. I hope that's okay. Sometimes if I'm like crafting along with somebody else's video, I might hear them either stop talking or maybe play some music, and I don't know, I just kind of feel like if I'm going to be crafting along with the person, I like to hear them talking. I know that's silly, but you guys tell me what you prefer. Do you prefer a voiceover if I'm going to speed it up, or do you prefer music playing? I'm sure that there's a mixture of likes and dislikes, but it'd be interesting to know. So I'm just tearing the paper as close to the edge as I can, and I like that it's not perfect and it's not totally straight. It's
all, you know, nicely torn. And what that'll give me is it'll give me an extra layer, and I don't know, it just adds a little something to the edge of the journal instead of just having it straight. Sometimes I'll do it with the pages of the journal, but yeah, so all done.
Okay guys, I'm back and I have the cover finished. What do you think? I think it is just how I envisioned it. So I'm super excited about that. You can see that you still have the crunch and a little bit of the torn edge. I thought that looked nice. And voila, we have a journal cover. How fun is that? Okay, so now we're going to work on some of the pages. And I had kind of gone through some of the ones that I wanted to incorporate. I brought in some tea-dyed papers that I had in my stash and I cut them down. So I'm gonna kind of start to layer the pages how I want them. So this will give me a little pocket. This was part of the music paper that Doreen had. This is her doily. There's a little tea-dyed paper in here. And then I also grabbed some paper from Maja Design. And this is an old paper and I wasn't sure what I was going to use, but I had 3 different papers that I thought would go with the fabric. So I brought those in and I cut this one down and made a little flap. Now I can decide whether I want this to be a pocket or not. So that's going to be one of the pages. And I may use some more of that paper for another page. So I'm going to do something like that. And then I've got some tea-dyed paper again. And some book page. So I had some of this book page and I just cut it down since the signature is there. I may reinforce it with something. Put that in there and I can either make these little tuck spots or little flip outs depending on how I decorate it. So do that. Or I could do the book page like that. I may do that. Let's see. And another tea-dyed paper. I made these little marks so I could see where. I'm sorry, they're not very attractive, but I'd rather have that than not be in the frame. I had a couple of envelopes that I cut down so that I could add it to the signature. I'm not sure how I'm going to decorate it yet, but I did that. And then I'll put another tea-dyed paper. And then she had one of these really cool pages, and actually she had 2. But I'm not sure if I'm going to use both yet. So just put that in there, and then she had this little doily piece in there. So I thought I would use that. I might use this darker page and put this lighter page here. Or maybe I'll put this here, like that. tea dye paper. Something like that. And then these papers were in here. I also had these, but I wasn't sure if I was going to use that as a page. Not sure. Maybe I will just use this one. Little dot paper, I folded in half, and then this paper she had there that had the little roses on it. I thought that'd be fun to include. And then I grabbed a book page, and I thought this one was super pretty, so I will put that in there. And it says March, which is where we're at. That just happened to be. So, and that side's kind of pretty too, so I might just, I could do this. Well, we'll see how I want to do it. I mean, either way you could do it. All right, so that's kind of like what I have for my pages. So that gives a nice thickness to the papers. I'm not sure if I'm going to add another one of these scrapbook papers because they are quite thick. But I do like them, so I may add another piece. Okay, so that gives us our signature. How fun. All right. So I will not probably sew that in right away. I'm going to do some decorating. So I'm going to go ahead and think about what we can use for these. So we have this. This is the snippet roll, which we can incorporate. Could move this up. How pretty is that? See, just that alone is like, adds so much to the page. And it's not even really decorated except with this little piece of lace that I tied this pretty fiber around to make a bow. And both of these were in this kit that she had. So there was a couple of other pieces I wanted to incorporate. So we have these tea bags with tags in them, and we can use that on a page. I also have this that she had. So all of these are from Doreen's kit. We're just gonna have a little play here. I also, after cutting down that paper, have this strip that we can decorate with either some laces or some papers. So we can take this paper and tear it, right? That would be pretty. So I may decorate this as well. I'm not sure yet, but I really think that I like this here, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this here. And kind of shred it a little so it doesn't look so perfect. Okay. Take this Put this over here. And we could make this like a little pocket to be able to tuck something in, whether it be like this. And I really like that there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna glue it for now, and we can go back and stitch if I want to. Okay, where's my other part of the glue gun? I only have the base. Oh well. Let's just go ahead and get this down here. How nice is that? It looks so pretty. We'll put this here whenever we're ready. All right, so we got that. Now, that is just a super easy way to create a page decoration. And we have a pocket here. Use this, but I feel like we want to use that other thing for a pocket somewhere. So you definitely can use this for something. So do I want this here? Or we can decorate this. Have that little tab, and then this could open up for journaling, and then we can make this a little tuck. I'm gonna go ahead and put this here just as a possibility. We definitely need something here. And how about a pretty piece of lace? Grab some of these gorgeous things from Maureen's kit so we can incorporate these. Lots of little goodies. All right. So I have enough fabric that I could actually do another journal if I wanted to. I was thinking I might do 2 journals, but let's just do one for now. All right, so move back to that page here. Also have this fabric that we could make a journal from. So pretty. So I would love to do this as a little fabric flip. So that's a possibility. Let me just put this on a paper clip. So this would be pretty. Oh, I should make these into some ruffles. That would be fun. And then we could have a little ruffly. Yeah. All right, so that's going to be on the agenda to make this into a ruffle. This would be a beautiful pocket on one of the pages. Yeah. Okay, since I'm not sure what I want to do there, I'm going to go move on. Leave that as writing. This one I was going to try to cover, I think. So I'm going to come back to that. Maybe we could do a pocket here. I wonder if we could wrap it around. This is cute. Having a little lace peek out like that, how adorbs. I definitely like that. Okay, put that there for now. This is kind of how I decide how I'm going to decorate and what I feel like the journal needs. The texture is so nice on this. This would be nice as a ruffle too. I feel like that would be nice. So I think I'm gonna roughly stitch those. This would be fun. We should make some little clusters. Yeah, why don't we do that? I think I want to make some clusters with some of this. So I'm going to put this aside for now and work on making some of those with some of these things. Now this one I was going to use to make a pocket, so I could cut part of that off, but all right. Definitely want to use this. Oh, you know what we should do is cut down some of that paper. All right, let's make 3 clusters. Oh, we can use this. That'll be fun. Now, can we make this look like it's tatty in the edge without taking everything off? All right. Yes. I want it to look old. Torn up a little, maybe? I don't know. All right. Might as well use that. This one over here. All right. Here. That over there. Let's see, do I want some of this lace? Oh, this is pretty. That would be good for the top. Let's see. Maybe one of these. might be pretty. Take one of this part. Okay, thinking I would like this, but I think I'm gonna put a little bit of this behind it. Bring out some pink. And this. I don't know if I like it on here. Actually, I think I might like this on here. Let's cut that. This will give us some little page tucks that will just add some nice texture to the page. Do something like that. And then we can take something from her little Precious Bits kit here. Look at all these cutie little things. That on there, or one of these little goodies. Little pink flower would be cute. Side. So let's see, and then you could just take this and sew it real quick down the middle or whatever. And I may tear some of this off later, but we'll see. All right, so I think, let's see, let's get 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. This one. It's a little thin. Let me see here. Now these were from a past kits, and I might just use these to make some clusters. So usually when I'm done designing with a kit, I will put all of the stuff together. And that way, if I want to pull something in, I can. Let me take this out of here for now. And look at this gorgeous applique. Oh my goodness. I mean, you definitely could use it on the front, but wow. That would look amazing. Okay. Let me focus here. Oh yeah, we got this one. This would be fun to add some texture. Let's see here. How do I want to do that? I think I'm going to use a piece of this underneath here. Yeah. You hear the birdies? They're so cute. This over here. I feel like I need something a little wider. Oh, hello. This is the whole reason that prompted that. Let me go ahead and cut this into a few pieces. Can I rip this? No. Let's do that and that. Let me use this piece over here. Kind of cute. Just making sure I wanted the paper underneath. I think I do. All right, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, I was gonna use this. Need another piece of this. Oh, it's so peaceful. Oh my gosh. You guys, my work week last week, oh my goodness. Talk about stressful. Sometimes things just end up happening the last minute, and you know, you want to make the best impression when you're doing your final release of a product application, and you're just like, okay, I'll do whatever it takes. And that's what happened. So I ended up working some overtime last week, and then brought my laptop with me to make sure that my changes were done good. And yeah, we gotta say no, yay or nay today. So that should be interesting. Anyway, you guys don't want to hear about that boring stuff. Oh, now this would be fun to put a little bit of this in here, wouldn't it? Let's just put a little bit of this. Those fibers are so pretty. That's kind of cute. I'm not sure about this thing though, to be honest. Not sure that I like that there. Now what happened to this? We had this on here. What happened? I want a little bow on here. There he is. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sew this up and then I'll be back. Hey guys, Jenifer here. I am back and it is a new day. I didn't get to come back yesterday. That's okay. What I did was I just sewed down the middle of these just to kind of put, you know, sew them together. You can glue them, obviously, but I decided to sew them. I was playing around with some things that I wanted to add. So this pretty fiber here, I was going to add onto this one. And then I made that chiffon bow. So I was wanting to put that on top of there. So I think what I'm going to do is glue that down. And then you'll have little bits of the pink peeking out, and I think that'll be good for that one. This one I was planning on using on this one. Put like one of these little pieces here, or I could do pink. I feel like it needed a little something else, so maybe I'll use this little fiber. This on either here. Let's see. Let's see if I can put this underneath the petals. Just a little, you know, extra something. I feel like it needed a little extra. Here we go. And then I can add this. Go ahead and cut that. Glue. I hope you guys are doing well today. It is nice and cool out today. It's one of the chillier days of the week, and it feels so nice with the door open. Go ahead and put this on here. Let's see if this stays with the Let me go ahead and glue these. Ugh. And then this one was from the Precious Bits little container there, so I'm just gonna add this. I thought that was really pretty. Another little layer, and then this really pretty piece. Oh, is that the top? Yeah, this is the bottom. Okay. Just add a little bit of that. So cute. And those are going to be my little clusters that I'm going to sprinkle throughout the journal. All right, guys, so I will be back and we'll continue decorating the journal.